Hi everybody, welcome back to a new video on CEI. This stock is doing really well today. We're up by about 88%, which is wonderful on the one day. We can see how we've been moving up over the past 5 days. It's been a rocky road. We are still down from those highs at $5 plus, but yeah, right now we're sat on 170 roughly, which is good, but we'll just have to see what happens going forwards. But anyway, I'm going to be sharing a few of my opinions on this one in this video. Make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, but do remember this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. I recommend that you do your own research when investing in this stock alongside any other stock, but I also think it's important to make sure you guys are extremely informed of the high risk in this investment. I do think it carries an insane amount of risk, as this one could go either way. You know, it does move up very quickly, it moves down very quickly, it's ever so volatile. I just want to make sure you guys are completely informed of that before we enter the video any further. But what we're going to be doing is we're looking on the 1 day, 5 day and 1 month chart, and then I'll be sharing my opinions on what we are seeing and what I would do with this stock. So we're going to start off on the technical side, look at the 1 day and the movement that we have seen. It's been just shooting upwards all day, which is really good. We had that initial dip in the morning, didn't last for very long at all. From that point we just rose and rose and rose until about 12:30 in the morning. Now from there we dipped a little bit, we dipped to this level down here, and from there we saw consolidation right through till 2:30 p.m. Now from there up until about 20 minutes ago we started to see big growth, and now we are seeing a little bit of a dip perhaps towards the end of day. Now about this dip initially is not something necessarily too concerning to me, as people are taking profits towards the end of day, I would assume, but you would expect that anyway, as the stock has rocketed by 80+%. You know, if you'd bought up on this one at the dip yesterday or even this morning, you could have made some real big profits. So I do understand and appreciate the fact that people are probably going to be, you know, selling off a bit towards the end of the day, and I don't really think it is the biggest deal in my personal opinion. But yeah, really good things that we are seeing today on this stock. Out to the 5 day chart, we'll have a look at the data there. Things are still not looking too good, as we have seen this massive drop in price, but clearly today things are picking themselves up a little bit. We're about half of where we were at the highs. We can see that the RSI is sat at 50, we're sat on that moving average, we're sat on a MACD figure, which is actually turning bullish again now as we are seeing that spike up. And coming out to the 1 month data, we can see we're catching up on that moving average, which is a 50-day moving average. Volume today is quite good, it's a little bit better than what it was yesterday, which is fine. We are coming down now on the RSI coming down to 48, which is good too. Now we can see that the MACD trend is crossing over again. It's a bit confused, it was becoming bearish, and now, you know, it is 50-50, and we just do not know what the RSI is going to bring us next. It was initially indicating a more bearish trend, but after today's insane spikes up, who knows what is going to come next. So, what would I do with this stock right now? I'm still very 50-50 with this stock, as I have said in my other two videos, and I did actually get my predictions right on those two stocks, on those two videos on this stock rather. I am a bit confused on this stock, and I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it. It's not that I don't like the stock, I just think it is extremely volatile, and I think with that carries an extreme amount of risk. I think it really could go either way. Now, from the stock's perspective, some people think it's a short squeeze play, that's fine. I personally see it as more of a momentum play. The reason for that is because short interest is good, you know, whether we have short interest or not, it doesn't really matter if we do not have the long interest from either retail investors or institutions. I do not believe that it's here to the same extent, and I think even if it is, oftentimes now we have people buying into these stocks which are kind of actually primed for a short squeeze, and they do not hold it out for long enough to see that short squeeze actually unfold, and you know, subsequently we do not get the short squeeze that we all wanted. So coming from this one, from a short squeeze potential, I am not really going to call it that. I'm not the biggest fan of viewing it like that, but that doesn't mean it's not a good momentum trade, and yeah, there is a lot of momentum to be traded here. So what comes next is hard to predict. I have two scenarios, and they are on opposite ends of the scale. I know people are 50-50, so I'm going to provide my two personal thoughts on this one. I think on a bullish case, we could start to see this one slowly creep back up, and I think tomorrow would give me a bit more of an indication of what we're going to see next. But I think if we see another small green candle tomorrow, I would be thinking, okay, this one could be starting to see a bit of a bullish trend again. But if we start to creep down a little bit tomorrow, I think, you know, it's too soon to say this one is going to go back up to the highs that we have seen. Or even I think it's a bit too soon to say this one is going to continue to grow. I'm just unsure as to what comes next with this stock. But yeah, if we start to see a bit of a move downwards into tomorrow's session, I would still stay away from the stock. But even if we saw a move upwards, I would still avoid it for a little bit. I'd wait to see what happens. I want to see some consolidation on the stock so far. We've had a bit today, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything so far, as we have only been really quite volatile in the past 2 or 3 days. So I think right now, I'm waiting for some consolidation. I want to see what the next move with this stock is. I'm personally not buying this one at the minute because, you know, I think whilst there is some potential for profits to be made, for my investment strategy, I think it carries a bit too much risk, and I'm just not going to be investing in it from that point of view. But that doesn't mean that it could not be a good way to make money if you do play it right. So as always, be very, very careful with this one. Do not jump on it just because everybody's jumping on it and because it is the most recent stock to see huge gains, because that doesn't necessarily mean that it is going to continue. I would personally not be buying this stock right now. I'm not the biggest fan of it, like I said, but that doesn't mean that my opinions will not change in the future if we do start to see it become a little bit less volatile. Just what I personally believe, guys. And again, if you have a differing opinion, that's fine as well. That's just my personal view. Thank you very much for watching, guys, though. I will see you all again very soon. Goodbye. So thank you for watching through till the end, but let me tell you about our Discord. So on your screen you will be seeing the N2S Finance Discord. Obviously it is split into multiple sections. Basically at the top we have updates from me and all that kind of good stuff. If you scroll down a bit further we have the main sections where we focus on cryptos, SPACs and other hot stocks including penny stocks, even stable growth stocks as well, and we even have a special AMC GME chat. If you scroll down you can see some research and DD from the community. We also have funny memes and you can see actual contributions from members down here. And again, if you do join us, it is completely free, link is down below. But if you do want to become a Patreon, you will actually get a pink sticker which will be displayed on your name. So your name will come up in pink as mine comes up in red down here, and that will show that you are a Patreon. But other than that, guys, you can join completely for free down below. You do not have to pay anything if you do not want to. Thank you for watching, see you soon.